From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. That's Ray McCloud. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
57, Mike. Mike 57.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
57,
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started to...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Niners at 500, 7-7 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 54 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Wentz on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man, it's McLeod. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here's McKissick. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll go again with McKissick.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz to the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Wentz completes it to Samuel, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Robinson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Wentz gonna throw.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On first down, Garoppolo.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Wentz.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Samson Abuka racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. McCaffrey running up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Play action, Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the jet sweep. Dotson
to the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Nick Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead. And now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Chase Young.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far.
there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw, it's Wentz.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Exit, exit. Line 52. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Mike 52, Mike 52. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Garoppolo now.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Wentz to throw.
Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Quick slant, Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Robinson again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
63 yards on the ground for him so far.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
Complete. It's Dotson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
They're going to look to throw.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let him know, let him know. Mike 52, Mike 52. Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Switch.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Niners, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for our entire crew, along